just find that next big horse,
Yes.
like your sparkling water, your carrion islands. Those horses, they motivate you to wake up in the morning to put in the fight, because once you get on top of her or him, it's just the goosebumps and the energy that they give you, and it's just it. I know you haven't like experienced that kind of feel, but it's amazing feel.
Welcome to another edition of In the Box Seat, and it's been a long day. Sunday, Hollywoodbets Gravel. We've had a long day's racing. We're recording after racing, Sunday night. That's the love, the dedication, the devotion we have to bringing the best productions out to you. And a man that's been hard-working more than I have is Smanga Khumalo, who I'm going to spend 20 minutes with, half an hour just chatting about a few things. But I thank him for his time. Smanga, how are you?
Very well, Warren. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a long day, but as we all know, we love racing, and we can have a little bit of time to spend.
Yeah, absolutely. And Smanga, of course, rode the last race winner. A great ride. He's got a busy day at Obeka tomorrow. So as I said, it's Sunday after racing. He's exhausted. So if we're not the most energetic, understand that he's been riding all day. I've been presenting all day, and we all want to go home to our families Sunday night. But thanks for his time and thanks for his effort. Let's talk about a few things, Smanga. The first question I want to ask you is, in your life as a youngster, still a youngster, but along the way it may have changed, but who do you look up to? Who in your life, who do you respect a lot? Who do you look up to? Who do you strive to be like?
Well, obviously the jockeys, which has have an impact on me and my riding, would be P.S. Stradum and Washang Mawing, Anton Marcus, and just to be surrounded by those guys and be able to try and you're there, you watch what they do, you take it and you go and use it and it works, so you keep it. But you also go and ask questions, and they always come back and tell you, listen, this is what I do with the pace, and get the horse balance as best as you can. And with all that, you can get more out of the balanced horse than a horse that's out of stride or not sure which leg to lead on. So all those things, I try my best to just, I would say, just to learn from it and use it towards my riding style and my career. And it has made a lot different. There's some horses or like some races, if I have to go back and look at it again, if I didn't know those things, I think I would have ran second or ran third. But I used all those tips from the guys, and it made my races a lot better. And yeah, I think those three guys, they're the one I look up to.
You are a Durban boy through thick and thin, and you were born and bred and were raised in KwaMashu. And what was life? How was life in KwaMashu?
Obviously, I'm there. I grew up there. It looked normal, but just because of I'm a part of it, I grew up there. It looked normal, but from someone's view who don't stay there, and they'll feel really intimidated by the place, and they'll be like, oh, it's so dangerous there, this and that, but we never saw it because we were there. But I'll say it was quite normal, but there was some couple of years where it came on my eyes, and like I was like, wow, okay, no, I don't want to be mixed here. Let me try my best and get away from here as quick as possible, because it was getting pretty ugly. And my mom was the biggest, I would say, biggest influencer to where Smanga is now, because she moved me from KwaMashu. She took me to Inanda where her sister stayed, and I carried on with my academics, and and I'll go and visit now and then, and you have to show an eye so people don't forget you,
Yes,
So, but
absolutely.
as I say, I think I moved at the right time, and until the academy approached me, so I might have not experienced what other guys has experienced, but I just got very lucky that I had family behind me, which saw something in me and moved me from, we'll call it, from dangerous situations, or like things that I wouldn't be able to come out of. Yeah.
Sure. Bling, what are your goals? Everybody has goals, etc. But right now, if we're having a chat on a casual Sunday evening. What are your goals? What are your immediate goals? What are you looking to do now?
Well, obviously, I have been lucky to travel the world. Places I've been just because of I ride a horse. It's just amazing, and I would never cherish or change anything. It was just great experience to be even to ride with one of the best jockeys in the whole world. And I also want to be, so when I looked at it that time, I was there shaking hands and rubbing shoulders, but I was wishing it could be me there on the world stage, and being recognized. But I know my time is still yet to come, and those guys, they've done a lot in the past years to be where they are. You have your Frankie Dettori, who writes a book, and he's becoming a world face, and I'm working next to him, but like I'm thinking, could it be me? But then I still got a lot more to give. So to see myself on the world stage and being recognized as this incredible jockey, I think that's my
It's the main goal.
That's my main goal. Yeah.
Well, it's a wonderful goal to have, and I have absolutely no doubt, knowing your attitude, knowing your ability, how old are you, Bling?
I was born in 1985, November 29, so you can do your math.
So there's still plenty of time, please God, for you to go and achieve those goals.
You know what? I still believe there's still plenty of time where yes, we wake up early in the morning. You go to work. You drive to the races. Anything can happen, but where I see, I'm always being lucky. Where I just get away, and so I just hope there's more there. So yeah.
The career, and just chatting to you off air, you're busy. It's been a long day. You've got another long day tomorrow. You've got to travel down to Port Elizabeth. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you going? I know you've got a great family behind you. You've also got a great man in Monty Mirimuthu behind you, who's here now. He's snuck into the he's looking at the final field, or he's looking at something on his phone to get you more rides and things. But Monty is a racing man, and he's a wonderful man and a great friend of all of ours. But what else keeps you motivated? What keeps you motivated? Yes, your family, yes, your racing manager, etc. But what motivates you most?
To try and obviously find the next star. In horses. Your next.
Look at that. That's service. This is a casual show. It's a casual show where we're recording. Thank you, Tawanda. Bling's thirsty.
Thank
I'm
you so
thirsty.
much.
And that's cheers to all of our racing fans, and bless you all. Let's just quench our thirst quickly. That's better. So there's a lot that motivates you. We were talking about that.
Yes, as I said, just find that next big horse.
Yes.
Like your Sparkling Water, your Carrion Islands. Those horses, they motivate you to wake up in the morning to put in the fight, because once you get on top of her or him, it's just the goosebumps and the energy that they give you, and it's just I know you haven't like experienced that kind of feel, but it's amazing feel, and you can never cherish that to it's just something that you keep with you, and just yeah, and it keeps you
Keeps you
it
going,
keeps you
going to-
moving. Yeah, so yeah, to just find the next good big horse, it's just amazing. And as you say, we have the family behind us, and you know, you there by yourself in the morning in the AMs doing the work, but you know, they behind the scenes and doing the best they can. So yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So the next champion, the unknown of when you're going to find that next champion keeps you going. A couple of challenges. Everybody faces challenges in life, but are there one or two challenges? What challenges did you face along the way, or do you continue facing?
You know,
And that could be in a person. I mean, there's a challenge of traveling every day. I mean, any challenge really.
you know, I'll say sometimes, you know, to just the travel I can see, but you know, when you put in so much work and you know, things just don't click,
Correct.
and you know you really worked hard at it and it just doesn't click, you know. So it's, for me, you know, it's just you know, it's just that I don't know how to put it, because you're there,
it's a
you,
challenge.
you,
You're working,
there,
you're
you're putting
grinding,
in, you're grinding, you're sweating,
and you just have a bad day.
you just have
or
a
bad
day,
week, or a bad whatever it is. That's a challenge. Absolutely.
Exactly, and
That's
you
a-
look back and you're like, what I could have changed.
Yes.
Whatever you would change, it's still, you know, it's gone though, you
Yes,
know.
yes,
But yeah, I
absolutely.
think that for me it's the biggest challenge
Okay.
ever.
Yeah, that's certainly that's interesting. This year, the Hollywoodbets Durban July, we're talking Sunday night. So by this time next week, it's all done and dusted. What are you looking forward to the most for this year's Hollywoodbets Durban July? You've got 11 rides. It's a busy day for you, but of course you're riding Rain in Holland. We'll touch that. Well, we might as well touch on Rain in Holland now. But what are you looking forward to most for the big day?
You know, just safety for me and my colleagues, and you know, when we finish the meeting and there's no like, you know, anytime we can have a horse that might pull up lame and someone running behind it, someone almost coming off, or things like that. You know, you just want a successful day. Everybody go back to their family and
Yes.
and be happy. I think that's a main thing. And yeah, man, it just give the smile to everyone and take every positive energy you get from people, and just look forward to a great day, because without all that energy and without everybody being supportive and all that, and you're down, I don't think you'll ever come up.
Yeah,
So you just need
absolutely.
all that energy, feed off it, use it, and just wherever you run on a day, but as long as your inner person is very like happy about the day,
Yes.
within the hard work that's been put in. It's almost the end of the season, and you know, I think I've roughly ridden over like 1,500 horses, you know, and I think 156 winners.
Sure.
You know, it's a lot,
It's
but
a lot, yeah.
you know, you put all those things and you say, well, I think July is done and dusted, but in a great spirit. You know, everybody go back home to their family, and we can laugh about how you placed the horse, or you know, how you should have, or what would have worked better, but it's already gone.
Yeah, absolutely. And Bling, she's a absolute darling, Rain in Holland. You know, she's always been a good filly to me, and as I said, I'm not a big punter, but I always have my $100 on her, and she's just a darling. You've got a busy day, but obviously you're excited to ride her. You've done so well with her. She's not without a chance. I mean, I think she's got a bit of a chance, really. I mean, it's hard to go into the Hollywoodbets Durban July saying good thing, can't lose, etc.
Yeah,
It's such a
yeah.
tough race, but I think she's got a lively chance.
You know, the experience I've had, I've ridden, I think about 4 fillies now. Obviously, I'm going to be a partner with Rain in Holland. So it's Rain in Holland, Trophy Wife. I don't know if you can remember
I do
that
remember
filly.
Trophy Wife.
And one of Mr. Snake's, Mayabi,
Mayabi Gold or Mayabi Princess or Mayabi Gold maybe.
I think it's Mayabi Gold, and
Okay.
and then Sparkling
Clean
Water.
Water.
So you know, I've had the fair share of the fillies, and it's just amazing how they can switch on and switch off at any given time. And that's what you need in, in those races. Now you have Gelding, Colt. He just wants to get on with it, and
Yes,
you know
yes.
you might overuse him, and something might go wrong where he might like pull his testicle, and then you know he's not gonna be moving freely. And throughout the race, you come back. That's the problem, you know. So with the fillies, there's no problem.
That's a
you
good
just,
point, that.
You
That's a very
just
good
go
point.
out there as long as they are in like in that. How can I
That
put
space,
it?
in that
Space,
rhythm, in that
yes,
rhythm, in that
yes,
space, yeah, and they're
yes.
happy.
And they're happy.
Yeah, it's a good point.
You can get you can get a lot out of them. So
Yeah.
also that point I also learned it from one of my my people that I look up to,
Okay.
and it has worked. And,
Jeez, that is a very good point, because the boys, the colts and gullies might want to get fierce.
Yes.
You can get a couple of cheeky fillies, but in general they tend to relax a
Relax,
bit, and
relax.
as you say, turn it on when you need it. That's
Yeah,
a very,
exactly.
very good point. Okay. All of us have people in our lives and people around us, family, friends, etc. But if somebody wants to come into the life of Smanga Khumalo, what is a non-negotiable? When I say I mean, you know, if somebody comes in that's full of negativity, you want them out. Or what is it? What is a non-negotiable if somebody wants to come into your circle of friends?
I'm very young at the moment, but obviously, if you can't trust someone, you know, we all know, we all learn, we're still learning. You
Sure.
learn until the olden days, but we all learn of how human is, and they always surprise you, or they'll always make you proud in any other moment. But also, you know, you also learn, oh wow, a person just like this and say things like this, later on this is what they'll do. So I'm also still learning, so I can't really have have a kind of oh no, people like that or people like that. I'm still learning, because I might also be that person, but I'm not without knowing, because of sometimes we all have like a shit in front of us that everyone sees, but you know, inner side
It's different.
it's
Yeah,
different,
it's
you know.
different.
And everybody got problems, but you know, as much as I can point a finger, I wouldn't want anybody to point it at me. So
So trust is an important
I
thing
think
for you.
I think trust, yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge thing there. Trust is yeah, absolutely. So if you can't be trusted,
Yes.
step aside,
Yeah.
which is a fair quality to have.
Or I'll step aside.
Oh, was yes, but somebody must step aside.
Yeah, let me be a smaller, bigger man and step aside.
Now, Bling, your biggest strength, in your opinion, whether it's within racing or just in general, but what's your strongest point, and what do you believe is your strongest point?
Yo, so
I know it was the last race ride, because you made a lot of us win a few rand, so it was definitely the last race ride, but in general, what's your strong point?
you know, just there's it's competition, competitive,
Okay.
and you're not better than the next person, but you want to shine, you know. So if I can shine, yes, I'm still your friend. I'm still, but I just, if I can shine, there's something, I don't know how it works. Is you can get chills and you're like wow, and you're like, you know, I'm feeling good, but
Yes.
it comes and it stays for that couple of minutes, and when it's gone, you know, you can't search for it. You try and search for it, it's not gonna come.
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes even when I'm riding work, that kind of feel comes, and I tell you, if that feeling comes, anything, it's possible, because I don't look, I don't know, just go blank. I just don't see nothing, and I just imagine myself being on like on cloud nine.
Cloud nine, yeah.
Exactly. And after that minute or two, it's gone, and we're back on earth. And what happened? But everybody has their own different thing.
Yes,
And but obviously, yes. And then now our family behind us, and they always have that positive energy.
Yes,
And they transfer that to you, and you say to yourself, "Wow, let me." You're not disappointing them, but like you can't let them down, because
Sure,
now
sure.
they are looking up to you
And relying on you.
Yes, so you need to now put it all together and put everything into a box, and try and just keep that box, keep that box safe and sealed.
And
Yeah.
And Bling, your weakness, mine is I can't wake up in the mornings. Me, don't even think of contacting me before 9 or 10 o'clock. But that is can't be for you, because you're up at 4 o'clock in the morning. But what's your weakness? What's your biggest weakness, do you think?
It's a bit tough, because we're dealing with other athletes. I'm an athlete, but also I have another athlete underneath me.
Correct.
And you can't. We were also taught as young academy in young age. You can't show fear. You can't show. You must always show who's boss. And with that, you may be scared, but as I said earlier, there's a shit in front of us where everybody sees this brave man. Wow, he's riding big horses going 60 km an hour. Wow, it's amazing what they do. But on the other side,
you're a bit soft. You're a bit gentle, and
exactly.
Okay.
And within that, but I wouldn't we put it as a weakness, but you see where I'm going.
I understand exactly what you mean. Yeah,
you don't want to wake up, but you do wake up when that gentleman of yours, what's his name, the one that takes you around the beach and cycle.
Yes. My gym instructor, my gym coach. Absolutely,
yeah, you wake up for him, and
absolutely correct. You're quite right. When there's something to be done, you've got to get up.
Exactly.
But as you say, there's a particular trainer, which I won't mention his name, but I just want to use it as an analogy, that on the outside he looks to be very strong, quite cross and very serious and quite grumpy, but actually when you get to know the person on the inside, he's as soft as a marshmallow.
Yeah.
So I understand exactly what you're saying. It's that outside view that we put on sometimes, but meanwhile we're also humans. We've got feelings, we've got emotions. We get sad, we get happy, we get a little nervous. Like, I'm not the bravest person in town,
Yeah.
Some other day in our community there was a problem in the street, and they needed, and they said, come on. I said, no, I'm not brave, leave me, I'm not the bravest.
They saw your height.
They saw my heart. They thought I'm the one to go and fight, but it's the complete opposite. So yeah, it's I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
What I want to ask you now is just some fun questions, because we're not going to keep you for too long. How did there was a horse running in Pontefract called Whoop Whoop, and it ran second a moment ago, but that's your trademark. How did that trademark come about? Whoop Whoop.
Kind of funny story. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jessica, there was one big day, and she was so happy. I think they had a good day. I also had a good day, and she said the whoop whoop, and so every time when we sort of see her or after races, she'll come give you a hug and whoop whoop, So it just went.
It stuck from there.
Yeah, it stuck from there. But also she knows. Okay, this is where our thing, But and it just stuck out like that, and every time now. It's fun and people love it, and it's amazing. Even now when I just won this last race, I come back trotting back. The guy is telling me, "Yeah, well done, whoop whoop." I saw a horse that just won, and I had to put you on. So he saw Whoop Whoop won, and then he played the feeling a loss, and he's ecstatic. So
Ecstatic,
imagine
yeah,
what
yeah.
what that just done for him.
Yes, for sure.
If it wasn't there today, we sit here. Whoop Whoop will win that side, but he won't
Yes.
win.
Okay, so that's quite right, Jess. Now that you mention it, often you're quite right in your
Yeah.
messages. When she sent my wife a message
Yes.
some time ago when we'd had a winner,
Yes.
she had said, whoop, whoop, you're quite right. So that's okay, so that's where it comes from. But you talk about the fun and your little whoop whoop and all that goes with it. You look at Mr. Koos Kali with his win today. I mean, that was an interview that I'm going to go and watch again and again because he's such a happy man. He's such a to be around, and he was dancing in the winner's box.
You saw that work.
Absolutely.
You saw that work.
That's what it's all about.
Yes,
That's what it's
excitement.
all about because it's a tough game.
Yeah.
And those are moments that we need to cherish. So
100%.
that whoop whoop is outstanding.
No, thank you, Warren.
Couple of other questions, fun questions, personal questions, but not personal as in personal, but you'll see when I go through them.
Yeah.
What aftershave do you wear?
Oh, come on, Warren. You're starting. No, I really love colognes, and I think how can I put it? Sometimes you work hard, but once you put on something and that actually make you feel special,
Yes.
you forget about all the tiredness, all about the bad day, and just for a lot of other people now to actually look and smell and like, well, he had a bad day, but hey, he's
Smelling fresh, you're looking
fresh.
good.
Yes,
Absolutely,
exactly.
absolutely.
So I won't share, but
Okay.
I'll share. It's a mix, the Tom Ford and 1 million. So they got a very nice pellet, both of them, and they work together very well. So yeah.
Okay. Now, your favorite food. If I said to you one meal, we're going to have one meal together, what do you want to eat?
Funny enough, I've loved fish all my life,
Okay.
but sometimes things change, and you learn to understand your palate also, like your mouth, or what actually foods that you can have anything, but there's something that when you eat it, you're like,
That's my best. Yeah, I
Yes,
really
yes.
enjoy that. That was good.
So for me, I'll go for for my Durban people. I'll go with a nice lamb curry with a nice, very extra hot. It needs to be hot.
Okay, so you can take chilies, you can take spice.
I love chili.
Oh, lovely. Okay, fantastic. And Bling, music, what do you enjoy? This doof music, or
how can I put it? It only depends on your mood, what music
Okay.
you wanna listen to. You might be in a place with the doof, and it's sort of like goes with your
Goes with the mood, goes with the time,
But then
yeah.
there's time where you're really exhausted, and then nice soft music. Your R&B, your old J's, they play, and you also feel inside like a little bit refreshed. So I'm either or, just depends on the mood, but I listen to anything.
anything? Okay. Now, please believe me that some of these questions, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to. We're having fun. We're going to be 5 minutes more, and we're wrapping up this wonderful podcast. But it's just if there's any question, you're not obliged to answer anyone. But do you have any kids?
Yes, I do. I've
Okay.
got 3 lovely kids, 2 girls
Yes.
and 1 boy.
Oh, fantastic.
And obviously still on motivation. They're the one also who still keeps that motivation
Yes,
on
yes.
the Smanga or Bling Khumalo to wake up early in the morning, to make sure every time you're there in the flight, and make sure that you do your best, because setting up an example for them, it will make them better people also later on. So I'm also learning, as I said, but sometimes small things you might pick up, and it might help a lot of people. So if I now don't show, and everyone like, he doesn't, and then they follow those steps, it's not gonna help.
Yes, yes,
So I like everybody to learn what they learn, and so I have to be sort of like a little example.
Absolutely, Earl. You're a great example. And your wife, obviously, with you traveling so often, she's obviously, you try and spend as much family time together, and she obviously is watches your rides and knows the results and all that as well.
Every time, it's amazing. At Teffontein, they come, the support, and those big days that we had, even when the Philip ran in Holland won, they were there, and it's just amazing where, you know, every, Tefontein is big. Obviously, I don't know how I'm influenced in racing, but like people just love what I do.
Yes.
And I'm thinking like throwing the caps or just
Yes.
shouting the whoop whoop, making sure everybody's with that feeling, with the same feel that I have, and that also them they there, and it's just amazing. So. Yeah, man.
I'd love to meet them one day, your children and your wife. It would be nice when you're at the races.
Definitely, when you come up.
And Bling, do you have a sweet tooth, favorite chocolate, favorite sweet? I eat bags, as you can see by the size of my stomach. I eat bags of soft eating gums. That's my favorite. Do you have a favorite sweet or chocolate?
I'm like you, but you know what? Because of we have to, because of the weight. So anything that's sweet, you bring it, it's gonna be gone. In a jockey room, you come with the chocolate, or you come with anything. You put it there, you go and ride, you come back, it's gone. Now you must eat
They
quickly.
said Anton Marcus used to love the sweets.
That one, he'll take anything. That one. But anyway, that's how we keep our. Also, it takes a lot to actually ride a horse. It takes energy. It takes you also build muscle.
Sure.
And you burn a lot of calories. You can see when the boys come back. You interviewing them and they're still puffing and
yes.
because also the body still hasn't really
got time to recover.
Yes. So we just need every sweet thing to
keep you going.
To keep you going.
Smoking, vaping, or neither?
We fun, but everyone vapes, so, you all get bored and then you just vape. But I don't. It's not like a thing, but everybody grows.
Yeah, if you're in the mood to have a vape or whatever.
Everybody grows, and it's out there, and we are sport people. Sometimes we get bored and what I'm gonna do? You can take a straw, but then if it's there, and then we carry on.
Okay. Your car? What car do you drive, Bling? What car?
I've been a fan of a BMW since I was young. I said to myself, that small boy from KwaMashu, once he makes money, he must buy the BM.
That's a good goal to have. Absolutely, that's a good goal. They are lovely cars.
So I've been either also collecting and this and that. Okay. So I just love.
So you're a BM man.
A BM fan.
Cocktail? Do you have a favorite cocktail?
We're moving now, so we just tend to champagne. I think it's just more relief, more. It's hard work is put in, and you treat yourself into something good, and that's where we go.
Do the kids have any pets at home? We're nearly finished.
We have very big dogs.
Okay.
A purple.
But aren't they the most beautiful dogs? The temperaments.
The best.
They are gorgeous dogs.
The best, and they love them, and they. Dogs, like, even when I go home from, I come back home from the late flight, as I land, I don't know how they know, I'm here, and then they're just on me.
Okay.
But it's just beautiful. Africa is one is he's a father, and then we have Lady, and then we have Apollo.
Okay, so there's three: Africa, Lady, and Apollo. Beautiful. Okay. Tattoos or no tattoos? SK. Okay. I'm a tattoo fan. I also have a couple that I keep hidden.
There was the guys. They'll see the tattoos and say, but come, why you don't fight?
Absolutely.
Show the strength.
Do you have a favorite clothing brand?
Obviously, I'm very small. We can't get everything that we want.
Yes.
So we've been fortunate now where we have people who can make things for us. So when you can get something that fits you, take it. But if you don't, and then you'll get it, you can get it made. You know, so most of my lovely things are very tailor-made, and
Okay,
I think
fantastic.
it just helps.
Yeah,
It just
helps
helps.
the fit, absolutely,
Yes,
helps the
everything,
cut, helps the
everything.
fit,
Yes,
yeah.
I can't be wearing a baggy and then you know. So
Yeah,
you need to.
looking scruffy, yeah,
Yeah, you need to be.
Bling, just 2 more points and then we're going home. You're always happy to work with the media, you're always happy to work with the photographers, you're happy to work with the public. As you say, you throw your caps out and you engage with them. And it's not often, people don't realize, it's not often, you might be grumpy yourself, you might have got beaten, you don't want to get beat, you had to win. And it's not, sometimes the public too with us, they have a go at you, but let's not talk about that, we talk about the positiveness. So you're very good with the crowds, you're very good with the media. The media, the photographers tell me you're very photogenic, which you are. There's been some fantastic photographs captured of you.
No,
but it's very important that to be good with the public.
As I say earlier on, everyone, they see this brave guy, so you have to show them. And if you are grumpy and, you also attracted bad or negative energy, and that will last on you even longer, because now no one comes to you to say, hey, how's the picture, how's this, because you like, grumpy.
Yeah.
So now that negativity will stay. Oh, come, let's go say hello to Smanga. No, look at him, But the happy person and the one that willing and happy to. Oh wow, let's go to him. He's he's easygoing, and then we go. They take pictures, and then that's that energy you now take, and you make it.
You transfer it across. Absolutely.
Exactly, and we would be no one without the media or the crowd. Which be just us. I don't know if you were here covered time.
Oh yeah, terrible. It was terrible. It was only us.
It was only us. Like sometimes you're right, and you're like, no man, what's happening? Are we galloping or are we racing?
Are we racing?
You understand? And only when one or two guys started coming with a mask, who's that there? We can't see who's that there. So
times,
we had suffered some terrible times, but now when it's time to share that energy and
share the love
and give the love, and that's what we're here for. And let them see that brave guy, but as I say, inside we still like, what?
We're still humans.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, Kevin Shea said to me the one day, I said to him, Kevin, you've been around the world, you've ridden at the highest level, you've ridden for sheikhs, you've just done everything. He was a great rider, and he still is a great friend of racing. And he said to me, I said, but you've never changed, you've never ever changed. Well, what is it? He said, there's no reason to change. He said, just be humble, be nice, and just go about your business and embrace everything, And that's always stuck in my mind, in my life. And I can see, maybe that's not the advice that Kevin Shea's given you, but I can see that you are humble. I can see that you like to talk to the public. You embrace the media, even though we might not feel like it because we're tired, etc. But my advice to you is not that you need my advice, is keep it that way, because you're a wonderful human being, you're a wonderful soul, you're a great rider, and it's just been fantastic to sit with you, and we wish you all the best in the week of the Hollywoodbets Durban July. And we just love it when you excel, and thanks for your time, and thanks for Monty's time, and it's been a long day, but this really has meant a lot to the racing public, so thank you.
No, thank you so much, Warren. And at the end of the day, this is what we love doing, and I'll be no one without people to judge or to give compliments. The moment you get compliments, and if you don't get them, it's a bit hard to go forward. The compliment they give you, like, okay, no, I need to brush up on this, or I need to brush up on that. But if good comments come, and you keep those good comments, and I'll definitely also cherish what Kevin Shea said to you. Also, I'll not change, but I'll just do the best I can. we might battle sometimes on a race course.
Sure,
but,
sure. We're all humans.
Even if I have my head down, it doesn't mean that I'm beat, but it just means that I'm just taking a breather, you know.
Yes, for sure.
Because it's a bit tough, but we make it look easy.
Well said. Well, thank you. And I'm going to wrap up, but I want you to have the parting shot. I'm going to say my closing statement, and then I'm handing to you to have the traditional whoop whoop. And we're done. So thank you for your time. But yeah, it's been lovely to chat to Smanga. It really has. And thanks to Monty as well. And we wish everybody the very best in the week of the Hollywoodbets Durban July and in life in general, because life's too short. We need to be good to one another and support one another. So from Warren Lenferner to Wanda Taravinga on this Sunday night, and to Monty Marimathu as well. Thanks to him for being here behind the scenes. I wish you well, punt well, have a good Hollywoodbets Durban July week, and I will see you as always from the number 1 box. And Smanga Khumalo will close off with his traditional.
Guys out there, positive momentum, believe in yourself, and we all made it thus far because of you believing onto yourself, and and another thing, positive energy, I sometimes, as Warren said, there's things that can motivate people, and we all want that kind of just a little bit of motivation, and will take us far.
Correct. Will spark us to do better going forward.
Exactly. So positive momentum to everyone, and whoop whoop.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of In the Box Seat podcast right until the very end. And we hope that you enjoyed it, because we certainly did. If you missed last week's podcast, In the Box Seat podcast with Andrew and myself, please go and watch it here. And last week's episode will be right there for you to go and enjoy and watch, as we know you will certainly enjoy In the Box Seat podcast from last week.